We are talking initially that prices of corn, like for poultry, is expensive. What is making it expensive now? Because it wasn't like you were like this. Now you don't apply fertilizer and stuff. And we know people normally are trying to find solutions to why the price of seed is expensive.
It's the corn.
How?
You know, there was last year there was shortage of corn. I think people they imported corn. It's corn that
Canada, we import almost everything. Cassava, is very important. Cassava.
Corn is the most important ingredient in the feed. Aside that, they add little stuff, feed shed and some other things, shells and stuff.
Yeah.
But corn takes the majority part.
Maize traders in the Upper West region last week warned of an imminent shortage of the produce following a mud rush in the area. During the Yuletide last year, poultry farmers raised concerns about a short supply of maize.
In the world of business, if you intend to take maize or soybean out of Ghana from the 1st of May, you will be stopped by the authorities as the Ministry of Agriculture moves to enforce an export ban on maize and soy. The policy decision is aimed at preventing shortages of the grain.
So welcome back to another exciting family week in Ghana. If today is the first time seeing me, I'm Charles, and in this video I'm here with Gervin. We are still on this farm. This is take us through how to start your own maize farm. I know most of you have questions about maize farming. I've done a previous video on maize farming. You can check it out. So we talked about the stages of maize farming. Any stage took you through the process and how it goes about. Now in this video, we have to look at maize farming. He said, which variety do you grow?
Red, this red one.
Exactly, red corn. He just take us through how it goes, how the business is like, the process on how to go about it. So yeah, before you get into the video, make sure you hit the red button to subscribe, put the notification on to get regular updates when I drop a new video, and please drop a thumbs up onto the video. Yeah. This video is sponsored by TundeLaniran Farms. If you are watching me from the diaspora or in Nigeria and you want to start your own farming, if you are inspired by this video and want to start your own cassava farm, TundeLaniran Farms has got you covered. Now, they are offering cassava investment opportunities for all potential investors. Let me show you how this works. The investment are in two folds. One, you can either buy your own farmland from them and they handle the clearing, harvesting, seal and everything of the cassava for you. And you earn a return on investment between 31 to 33%. The second option here is you can buy some of their investment packages from their end. So you don't have to buy a farmland. You just buy a part of their cassava investment slots. And bear in mind that they only have 200 slots available. So look sharp and get yourself some of their slots to buy. So yes, you buy a slot from them, and as little as 1 million naira. Yes, I mentioned 1 million naira. It looks a lot, but as little as $3,000, you can buy yourself some of their slots of their cassava investment packages, and you earn yourself a return of between 11 to 12% per annum. Per annum because the cassava investment cycle is between 11 to 12 months. So within a year, you're earning a return of 11 to 12% on your investment. But the first option, you buy your own farmland from them, and they do the clearing, planting, and sale of the cassava, and give you a return of between 31 to 33%. So yes, these are the investment opportunities for you from TundeLaniran Farms. For more detailed information, check in the description side of the video for the various links to these opportunities on their website. Everything is detailed in there. Check it out, read it for yourself. And you're interested in the terms, reach out to them and they'll get you sorted out. Without much ado, let's get right into the video. Yeah, man. This is your maize farm. Take us through like the entire process. How, supposing someone wants to start, which variety is mostly known to be good variety to be grown like in Ghana, and what is mostly demanded on the market, and how do you go about it?
Okay, for maize farming, you need to look for the land that you are going to use, a very fertile land for that matter.
Okay.
And the land has to be a loamy soil. It shouldn't be too much waterlogged, because too much waterlogged cannot be good for the corn. So after finding your land, you either decide whether you use slashing, that's manual hand weeding, or use tractor to plow. So after plowing, if you use tractor after plowing, there will still be some grasses that not all the grasses will not die because the tractor just turned the soil upside down. So some of the grasses will be left. So you wait for a while, then you spray. There's a chemical called maybe sample, that's the weedicide.
The chemical again.
Glyphosate.
Glyphosate. Okay.
On any weedicide at all. Then you spray on the land. If it's 1 acre, you are using like 3 bottles of that glyphosate to spray the land.
Okay.
Allow the grasses to die. After the grasses die, you.
But that one, how many? Like, is there a period for it to take to die?
No, once you spray, to start effect. Maybe by evening time, if you spray in the morning, by evening to start effect. So gradually, maybe after the spraying, you can plant. You look for the seed that you want to plant. If it's the white one or the yellow one, or the red one, then you choose your seed. Some produce earlier than some. Some have shorter duration and some have longer duration. So at times, it depends the season. If maybe it's the first season, you can choose to do the longer. Or maybe when you are late, maybe you didn't follow the climate this thing earlier on. You are coming to start late. Then you have to plant the one that have shorter duration so that the rain will not stop along the line. But when you plant the longer duration one, when the rain stops,
which one is the longer duration?
And we have different about patampa. We have those then different varieties.
Those are the longer ones. So the longer one, what's the duration it takes? How long does it
Some take 120 days. Some even take 90 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like 3 months.
Yeah, some
months.
even take 2 months. Some local corns even take 2 months. They are very short.
Okay.
So it depends. Like this mountain, like this, when like there's a heavy wind, it can fall them. But
the longer duration.
This one like this, the way it's tall, if there's a heavy
it will
bring it down. But the shorter one to withstand the storm.
Okay.
So we put all those factors into place before you choose the variety that you want to do. So planting, when you are planting, people plant immediately. You plant, people even apply fertilizer instantly.
Immediately you plant.
When you
Won't
plant,
it affect it?
Yeah, what they do is that when you plant, you use a line to plant. When you make the line, when you dig one hole here for the corn, the other side of the line, you put the fertilizer there.
Okay.
But it's a very difficult job, so it's mostly used by the planters. It's mostly done by the planter. For planter, there's a machine.
Just go there.
Then he's doing it. But manually, when we plant with manual. We plant directly. Then later, maybe from the first day to let's say 14 days, you have to apply the first fertilizer. That will make it shoot.
Okay.
That's NPK.
So what season? You made mention of a season that you're supposed to grow. What season do you grow maize?
Season you can do corn here twice in a year.
Okay.
This is the first one I've done. So I say after August I can still do another second batch again.
Okay. So when did you plant this one?
This one I planted this one February.
February.
Yeah, I planted this one February.
Okay. So it's like even 4 months now.
Yeah. Get to the ending of February I planted this one.
Okay. So February. So it mostly needs rain. So normally planted like during the rainy season. You plant before the rainy season.
Yeah, what I did was I plowed the land earlier on. So the moment the first rain came, that's why you see that my corn is the only older one around here.
Okay, yeah.
Immediately the first rain came, I planted. That's why mine is more ahead of the other ones on the road.
Sure. So you don't do manual irrigation.
No, I don't do irrigation. Yeah, the rain. Yeah.
Okay. And the red corn. Are there varieties in the red corn?
No, it's just one variety. The red is just one variety. It's mostly used for making wine.
Wine.
Most of the wines that they do is made from the red corn.
Oh, interesting. I never knew you make wine from
red corn.
So now you don't consume it like a normal one.
They consume it. I have some pictures for there. When we use it for banku, how it looks like. Very, very nice.
Interesting.
It looks reddish. You have dot on it, like how wheat looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And one old man was telling me that it's medicinal too.
Okay.
So it's medicinal.
That's interesting. And is it hard to get on the market? Suppose one.
Yeah, this one on the road. There's a farm on the road. I was going home one day and I saw that he dried some on the ground. I got close to him and he gave me 3 sticks. So the 3 sticks, I peeled them and I planted them on the hills last season and I got plenty and
planting. Oh, okay, that's
so
nice.
He's even surprised. He has not even got acre, but I've got acre.
From the one he gave
from the one he gave me,
Oh, okay. That means the soil here is quite like...
The soil is very good. If not for the water, everything you plant will be okay. Everything here, I've never used fertilizer for any of my things before, not even the corn.
So initially you said you made mention of like buying the land and stuff. Did you do like soil testing and stuff when buying land? How did you know here was rich soil?
I came here to see the place and I thought that it was cool. I came here to say that was cool. But the other one that we got at Abutia is close to that mountain. That was where I went yesterday. That one we did soil test. We have a company called Complete Farmer. They're in Accra. So we brought them. We are signing a contract with them. They do 5 different crops: ginger, soya beans, pepper, potato. So when you sign a deal with them, they will test the soil, they'll come and fetch the soil sample, go and test the soil.
To see how good it is.
What will it be good for? If it is potato or pepper, then they'll let you go
Oh,
ahead.
okay, they'll let you choose.
Choose,
That is good.
among the 5 crops. So when you do it, they'll come and be monitoring until it's time for harvesting. And even time for harvesting, they'll bring people straight to the farm to buy. Then after everything, you share profits with them. You take 20% of everything, then you take 80%.
Oh, so if I understand you, they come on board, they do soil tests and everything for you. Then you grow your own thing, and it's like they also have a ready market, so they buy it from
They will
you.
do everything for you. They will show you the fertilizers to use, the chemicals to use, the type of seed to use, so that you get a better yield. They'll keep monitoring until the thing is ready.
Oh,
They'll come to the
nice.
farm, yeah.
That's nice. So if you said the name of the company again?
Complete farmer.
Complete Farmer. So it's like I'm doing promo for them. That's nice. Maybe if you're interested, you can also they'll contact you, then you'll pass through them to reach them out. Okay. So this one, how long does it take? This variety?
This one closely to 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Then it will be maturing.
Too much.
Okay. And like, as you know, there's only one on each stick. Or this one there.
This one, it can. Some can bring 3, some can bring 2, from 1 to 3.
On a particular stick.
Yeah, on a stick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, most of mine, majority bring 3.
Is this something you are doing different? Because I know
No,
maize
it's the
normally
land.
for one.
It's the land. It's the land.
I think then most of the key, your main focus should be on the type of
Oh
land.
yeah, the land. Yeah, it's very, very important. The land is very, very. You know, I told you when I came here, there were plenty of trees and stuff. They never used it before. It's a virgin land, so all the nutrients are still in. I can use it for about over 10 years before they start introducing fertilizer, because the land is already rich. Anything I put here, you see how all the things are flourishing, the cassava, the okra and everything.
okra,
I never use
the
fertilizer. I
watermelon.
never use fertilizer for anything.
That's interesting. I think the soil is very important just to know. But as you said you just had a look at it and you were like, okay, it's a good soil. Can you show us how you do that?
When I came and I brought my cutlass around, I dig it in the ground. Dig in the ground. I saw that like it was soft and very black. That one I should show you that it's a fertile land. The color of the soil and let me show you that.
It's a fertile. Yeah, I like the way it is. Even
black
though it's
and,
quite moisture to what. I like the way it is.
How black it looks. Even when I take a picture here and I post it, people even see from picture and say that Charlie, your land is very fertile. Just picture alone.
That's impressive because the land is quite good. If you even walk around, you know that yes, it's impressive. So let's say for the initial video, talking about whether you sell it at the fresh side, whether you leave it for it to dry and sell. So we are comparing the two markets. You say the fresh one, people also
The
buy.
fresh one, when you do it early before others, you can make money because you will determine the price. Yeah, because you are the one having it. So any price, but mostly at times they say they buy like 113 for 2 cedis.
Okay.
Fresh one, 3 for 2
for 2
cedis.
cedis, okay.
Then they will go and sell it in the market. So you know,
So they don't sell like the bags.
no, that one is fresh. They'll come and cut it and go and boil it. That's the boil one that they
Yeah,
sell.
but you see some people, sometimes people do it in bags, put them in bags and maybe sell. But they don't sell it that way. You just sell it
we
individually.
sell it, we sell it like 3.
So 3 for 2
2
cedis.
cedis, yeah, that's how we sell. We come
Okay.
and buy. You know, that 3, at that stage, you know, that 3 cannot even fill. There's a small bowl that they used to measure in the market. That small bowl that they used to measure corn.
Corn, yeah.
Off for that bowl. And at that moment, that bowl will not even cost that much. So the more we go into the bowl before you can get that distance. So when you sell fresh, you make more profit. But when it's getting common, is when that you don't make money because everybody's having fresh corn. So the price will go down. But when you do it earlier and you are the one having the first one, you make money. That's how it is.
You have to like time the seasons.
Time the season.
Plant it.
You can make money. After that, you just have to leave it to dry. You know,
So that's if you don't sell it fresh.
we leave it to dry. When you leave it to dry, you can bag it and keep it. There are times that it will be expensive, like getting to this time.
This time, so what time zone per se?
Like
Because I'm in May now, so like
maybe when after the other year, after the new year is coming, like when you finish the other year and you are beginning
after
another
the
year.
new year, okay. But can it keep that long?
Oh yeah, sure. It depends how you keep it. Now they put it in drums and that could fall down. So that insect, there's a very black insect that destroys them.
Yeah.
So when it's in that gallon, they will not affect it.
Interesting. So when it's dry too, how do they normally sell it?
They sell with bag. People sell with bag. People sell with buckets.
So is that's what you would use to let's say the huskets from this one, then they put it in bags.
There's a machine now too. The machine can do the dehusking and the peeling all together. You just pour the corn and everything inside the machine, then to separate them.
It's nice. It's good when there's technology in.
Aside that, you have to use manual. When you can use a stick to remove them, remove the cobs, and put the corn with the stick. Then later on you peel.
Okay.
Once when you're harvesting. You can peel from the tree direct. You open it, put them down without the husk.
Sure, sure. So then, if I want to ask this question, so you see, as you were talking about initially, if you come to this side, so we can yes. We are talking initially that prices of corn, like for poultry, is expensive. What is making it expensive now? Because it wasn't like you were like this. Now you don't apply fertilizer and stuff, and we know people normally are trying to find solutions to why the price of feed is expensive.
It's the corn.
How?
You know, last year there was shortage of corn. I think they imported corn. It's corn that
they import almost everything.
Cassava,
importing cassava.
Corn is the most important ingredient in the feed. Aside that, they add little stuff, feed shed and some other things, shells and stuff. Yeah. But corn takes the majority part of the feed.
Okay, so that means there are a lot of farmers who are not producing corn in large quantities. That's the issue.
Yeah, well, because poultry farming in Ghana is very big. I don't think we can farm enough to support the farmers. So we have to import some. Or if government should support the farmers to do more corn, I think that would be better. Because at times the weather disturbs the farming. Last year like this, so many people's corn got destroyed by rain, too much water.
Okay.
So,
now, okay, what support do you think the government can do to help that with corn production?
I think capital. Because last time we went for this Ghana case of Batampa youth training in agriculture.
Okay.
And they took us through corn production. They said the government wants to support farmers. Those are already in need. So that's the initiative. So they took some people, they said they'll be coming back to inspect the farms and stuff before they give the support. So we write the amount that you need. So we are hoping that they come up with something better.
How long has it been?
Well, I think we started applying since last year, and this year they sent us a message for training. So it was just last Wednesday that I went for the training, hopefully.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I saw your post on that. Okay. Hopefully, let's see, something will come out of it.
Sure.
Yes, because the government is the challenge of late.
Government just have to support. The government support, everything will go well, because buying chemicals, and the chemicals are really very, very expensive. One bottle is 50 cedis, and you are using 3 to spray. You see?
Yeah.
It's not everybody that can afford it. But if the government is there, maybe to support you, maybe just the chemicals that you can use, it will be at least better. You see?
I think that the main issue that had to do with the maize, the rate of production is low. That's why we follow importing some more. That's why prices have gone up.
Yeah, it's true. The weather too. The weather is feeling now. You can't even predict the weather.
Yeah, now the time zones have changed.
You can't even predict the weather. So at times you plant, then it doesn't rain. At times you plant, there's too much rain. You have lost everything.
So you are saying that when there's too much rain on the maize, it destroys it?
Yeah, it will destroy it. It will not be good.
The weather has to be moderate.
It's only rice and some few crops that will like much water.
Yeah, because even cassava, when there's too much water, it will rot to us in the soil. Yeah. Okay, so the market, as you said, now it's like, so because there is a low less number of people who are into maize farming, would you say the prices for maize farmers are quite high now?
Yeah, maize is on the high now. Almost most of the crops are on the high now because of the chemicals and things involved. Because everything just went up. So everything is going up.
So now the prices to also
it will go up. It will certainly, because when you go and buy chemicals, even the seeds that we used to plant, some are even expensive. So before you take all those things out, nothing will be out for you. So the prices will surely go up. It's not the cost of the farmers, it's the system. Yeah, it's the system.
Okay, so what would you say is one of the main challenges? So someone wants to start maize farming. What is some of the challenges you look out for whilst it's getting into maize farming?
Well, the weather first. You need to know your timing. You need to know your timing very well. And then you put all your measures in place.
I want us to talk about the timing a bit so we know. So, you see, the rain started falling like 2 months ago, I think. So, it's like we have to plant before it rains or in the course of raining?
When it starts. Because some places the ground will be very, very hard. You can't plant, but at least when there is 1 or 2 rains, the ground will be soft for you to plant.
So initially when it starts raining, that's when you...
Maybe after the first rain, immediately after the first rain. By the time that first rain will come and later on delay, there will not be any rain until maybe a month or 2.
Okay.
That one can even affect the corn. Okay. If your land is not that good or moist.
Unless you do manual irrigation on the farm. Okay.
The weather is unpredictable, so we are just in the hands of God. Because
for those who depend on the rain for maize, definitely You don't have control over most of the things. Unless you know you want to do irrigation, which is quite also expensive.
Expensive. Now see the fall. You see.
Pumping water to the farm and a whole lot of things.
Can't do it.
Okay, so aside that, what other challenge should people look out for?
Worms. There's some worms that disturb. You see these things? It's a worm that is destroying it.
Okay.
It's worms. It can even destroy the whole farm. You'll not get anything. But I think now government has a measure. They are giving the medicine that they use for the corn. So when the worms are attacking, or say instantly when you plant and it's just like this, you can go for the chemical from any of the Ministry of Agri.
And it's free?
Yeah, it's free.
Oh, at least then they are doing it for the first time. We're hearing something like that.
For the armyworms, yeah, for the armyworms. Yeah, the government is supporting it that way.
So you apply it on the chemical. Do you know the name of the chemical?
No, I don't really know. They can give anyone that will work because there are so many insecticides. It's mainly insects, so any insecticide can work.
Okay. Someone asked me that the animals also chewing this one. He sprayed the leaves and stuff, and it's bent. Like I was asking whether the crop will survive.
But what chemical did you use?
I don't know.
I don't know. At times it depends.
I was like, when you spray it and it bends, that means you have destroyed the plant.
Yeah, you're destroying the plant. At times it depends. See the machine that you're using to spray. Yeah. Either you use weedicide in the machine, you didn't wash it well.
Nah,
before applying the insecticide, it will affect the crop.
So he called me. He was like, he wanted to find out. He watched my previous video on Cassava.
So you asked him
on Maize, and he was like, he sprayed it and it's bent.
So you asked him whether you washed inside the container very well, the one you use for the spraying. After he applies some maybe weedicide or any other chemical, before applying that one, you have to wash it thoroughly. That's why I use these two machines because I don't want any problem. At times you can wash, but you cannot wash maybe that well. It will still affect your crop. So you have to have. It's not everybody that can afford it, but I have to. You use one for the weedicide and use one for the insecticide and maybe your fertilizer and stuff.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So I want to know, so let's say 1 acre farm, do you have like planting distance you use for planting the maize?
Yeah.
What also the planting distance?
6 centimeters in between.
Okay, okay. And like for 1 acre, how many plants can you plant? You have to make an estimate.
At times it depends because when you apply, it depends the germination
rate of
the seed.
Okay.
Somebody can plant one seed because he knows that maybe the seed is very good. It will germinate. So,
so
you can plant one into but I mean we did 3 in a hole. So those are the factors you have to even consider before.
And you look at, let's say, the number of crops you would get an estimate out of like on the 1 acre.
On the 1 acre. No, it will even depend. So the land and so many factors. For the produce.
Okay, I want to know like estimate. Let's say supposing someone is into a 1 acre farm, what returns is he looking at from it?
From the corn.
Yeah, supposing he's selling at the fresh side.
Fresh side. That one too, it will still depend on so many factors. Yeah, but they're buying on the farm. They are not buying. Let's say the most matured ones. They will select the matured ones and leave the younger ones.
Okay, some market women come and select them. So you can't really make an estimate.
God, you select the matured ones and leave the smaller ones.
Okay.
So the smaller you can leave them to either grow to dry, then maybe harvest later. At time when they come to, they harvest everyone. Then the smaller ones, they will not pay for the smaller ones. They say it's too small, so they won't buy. So that's your cost.
I understand. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Any other information they want us to know? Maybe people should take note of when they are starting their own maize farm.
Well, they should just involve the technical officer. Those are the agri extension officers. If maybe they have some problems or something, they are there to help us or support us. And government is already paying them. So you can follow them anytime.
Yeah, those people, they pay them, but they don't really do their job like that.
So you can follow on them too. Because I brought 1 or 2 of them to my farm before. They are there. When you just look around and ask of them in your community, they will give you their numbers and you just call them. They will take you through. Even if it is once a month, you want them to come, they will come. Because government is already paying them.
Okay. So you don't pay them yourself?
No, you don't pay them.
Ghana we do, we come
you don't pay them. You don't pay them.
Okay, Charlie. Then I think that will be the end on this video. If you have any question, maybe I didn't ask, you can put in the comment section. He will be there, and if you're able to answer, we'll put out the answers that you need on maize farming. It's a lucrative, as I said, there are a large number of people producing maize, so the more we produce, the more we're able to help get feed for those who are into animal farming and stuff, and it will help all of us. So yeah, that will close out on today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.